Okay, I hope you can see my screen now, right, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, see, before going for Microsoft Azure, just I want to let you know something about myself. Okay, yeah, next. Hi, my name is Sekhar, having 15 years of experience on Microsoft technologies. Currently, I'm working as a Azure architect. Okay, yeah, next. Before going for Microsoft Azure, just I want to let you know something about IT infrastructure. Okay, what is the IT infrastructure? Any idea? Anyone? What is the IT infrastructure?
It's a combination of hardware and software.
Yes, correct. It's a combination of hardware and softwares. Okay, simply we can say, IT infrastructure is nothing but collection of hardware, software, switches, network, load balancer is called IT infrastructure. Okay, very simple. If we enter into any organization in the world, okay, whatever the things are visible in the sense the moment when you enter into the organization, so the things which are visible, we can call them as IT infrastructure. What are the things are visible, guys, when you enter into the IT industry? I mean, organization like devices, servers, rack, storage, and cables, switches, bytes, LAN. That all we will call it as IT infrastructure. Okay, that all we will call it as IT infrastructure. So actually, see, this is the exact picture of IT infrastructure, I can say. See, these are all the devices. Okay, all devices are connecting to switch, and some other servers are communicating to router. This is the firewall. The request will be processed like this, and it is the database. It is the server rack. Okay, and the cables, switches, network. These all we will call them as IT infrastructure. So simply we can say, what is the IT infrastructure? It is collection of hardware, software, switches, network, load balancer. Is called IT infrastructure. Is called IT infrastructure. Okay, yeah. Next, to maintain our own IT infrastructure. Okay, uh, we have to maintain one big storage. What was that? What we will call it as? You know, right? If you consider TCS has around 6,50,000 employees all over the world. Okay, they are issuing like 6,50,000 laptops or desktops, and they are all communicating each other. Okay, they are all communicating each other. They are all together communicating each other within the network. So to maintain these many devices and to bring them into one single umbrella, we required one big storage. What we will call it as
Database.
data
Database.
data center.
Data center.
Okay. Yes, this is the data center. This is the exact picture of data center. What is the data center? Anyone? I can say data center is a heart of the organization. Without data center, there is no organization in the world. If we go for TCS, Wipro, Cognizant, uh, any company in the world, they have their own data center. Okay, I said right. If you consider TCS, all 6,50,000 devices all together, that communicating to what data center itself. Okay, yeah. So what is the data center? Data center is a heart of the organization where we can deploy, provision, build, access the applications within the corporate network is called data center. Best example, assume that you are the TCS employee. What we will do, we will go to the office. Then first we will connect it to TCS provided laptop. From there, we will connect it to client network. Okay. So will you connect this TCS network or client network from our home, from our internet, from our personal laptop or desktop? No. Okay. So to communicate specific or personal client network, we have to use virtual private network, VPN devices. So all the systems, okay, together, all systems together communicating to what? Data center. Okay, that's why I'm calling it as data center is a heart of the organization where we can provision, build, deploy, and access the application or data within the corporate network is called, what is that? Data center. Okay, best example, uh, I got one new project where I would like to build 5 servers, guys. How many servers? 5 servers. First, we have to submit the request to data center team. Data center team, they will verify, okay, whether space is available or not. If space is available, yes, they will rack the 5 servers. They will rack the space for 5 servers. Once space is available, first step, we will install operating system. Okay, second step, configuring the networking. Third step, implement firewall rules. Fourth step, install and configure all antivirus softwares. Okay, fifth step, install and configure all required checklist to monitor the tools. Okay, finally, all these servers would be handed over to development team. Am I right? Okay, to provision 5 servers, how long will it take, guys, in real time? Do you have an idea? Anyone? To provision these 5 servers, how long will it take? Minimum, it will take, what is that? 2 weeks, guys. 10 to 15 days. Minimum. Okay, so that is common, right? You have to submit the request to get the approval. It will take 1 or 2 days. Again, if servers are available to build the operating system, it will take 2 days. To configure the networking, 2 days. Again, to install and configure all monitoring tools in one of the each and every machine, it will take another 1 day. Okay, to configure the firewalls, to check checklist whether servers have been built as per rules and regulations and guidelines. Okay, and install monitoring tools. Okay, if servers are ready, everything, then finally we will hand out to, who is that? Development team. Okay, to process entire this request, minimum it will take 10 to 15 days. Okay, 10 to 15 days means it is a big challenge. It is taking long time to provision the infrastructure. Okay, that is the cost. You know, right? Nowadays, I can say time directly proportional to money. That is basic funda nowadays. Each and every country they are following. Time directionally proportional to money. If you spend more time, more money. Okay, less time, less money. Okay, so here to provision the 5 servers, it is taking like 10 to 14 days. We have to spend lot of time, lot of budget to provision our infrastructure. That is the first point. Okay, second point, to provision these services, we have to allocate many resources in the sense we required operating system team, Windows team, networking team, firewall team, monitoring team, okay, and the patching team, application monitoring team, deployment team. We have to maintain these many teams. Again, that is the cost. You know, right? Per month, we have to pay like lakhs and lakhs salary for IT resources. That is the second challenge. Okay, because of these reasons, entire IT industry looking towards cloud. Okay, there are many challenges are there to maintain our own data center. What are the challenges are there to maintain our own data center? One is we need dedicated space for housing infrastructure. That is quite common, right? To construct small building for our home purpose, nowadays we are spending like 50 lakhs to 1 crore. Am I right? Okay, so to construct one data center, assume that we have to spend course money, and it will take long time. Okay, one challenge. Next, also to build our own data center, we need to get the approval from central government and state government. Why? Because you are maintaining sensitive data. Okay, but if you are maintaining some sensitive data related to your organization or society, 100% we have to get the approval. Okay, why? Because to build data center. Next, another thing is we need high bandwidth internet. High bandwidth internet in the sense, see, assume that my project data center is there in New York. I am sitting in Hyderabad. Okay, to access client related services servers, we need high bandwidth internet. For our home purpose itself, we are using 100 Mbps speed. Okay, if servers are deployed in some other country, you are sitting in Hyderabad, we are connecting through VPN and accessing the server, we need high bandwidth internet. That is cost. Okay, yeah. So for home purpose, maximum we will access like 5 to 6 devices, right? Okay, in the servers, in the sense, we have thousands and thousands of servers and devices are there to communicate and access the data. In the sense, we need high bandwidth internet. That is again cost. Next, redundant power supply. What is the redundant power supply? What is the redundant power supply in the sense? What does it mean, guys?
Continuous power supply.
Yes, correct. We need to provide continuous power supply. So, right, to run the data center, we need 24/7 electricity. Okay, that's why if any IT industry to enter into any state, first they will look for power power supply, guys. Okay, for industries, whether the government is providing 24/7 electricity or not, that is the first point they will look into that. Okay, secondary things are lands, cost, and all. Clear. If they spend like 1,000 or 2,000 crores in the state, if you are a government not able to power, supply the power, it is waste. Government, that IT industry or private sector, they cannot run the business. Okay, so accidentally, if there is no power like 2 hours or 3 hours, okay, we should able to run the data center with battery or generator. Battery or generator. Next, another thing is efficient cooling system. Efficient cooling system in the sense, again, it is the cost. If we enter into the data center, try it out, we can see less than 10 degrees Celsius temperature. To maintain this temperature for 24/7, 365 days, assume that how much bill you are getting. Okay, yeah, next. So high physical security. High physical security in the sense, even though you had 20 years of experience in IT industry, you are not eligible, you are not allowed to enter into the data center, guys. Why? Because the data center, which has high sensitive data that is related to organization or client. So if you enter into the data center, again, that is the security violation. Okay, so they won't enter you into the data center. Next, data center network, disaster recovery. So disaster recovery in the sense, for example, this is the data center. If data center is crashed due to some issue, we cannot predict unexpected events, right? So if data center crash, what will happen, guys? Your applications will be down. If application is down, business will be down. If business is down, again it is affected to, what is that? Cost. Okay, so in order to avoid these unexpected situations and all, we have to maintain, what is that, another data center. Got it? Another data center in the sense that we will collect as disaster recovery. Do you know when disaster recovery word came out into the picture, guys? You know, right? In the year of 2010, I think in the year of 2000, correct. In the year of 2000, so terrorists attacked the World Trade Center, WTC Center in New York, Washington, DC. I hope you remember that instant. Why they have targeted only WTC towers? Apart from that, they have well infrastructure, US, right? So why terrorists are targeting for only that WTC tower and Washington, DC Pentagon? Anyone? Why? Because entire US finance and economy centers and data center, they used to maintain in WTC center, guys. Actually, terrorists thought that if they collapse economically, okay, US will be down. Okay, so that's why they targeted WTC data centers and they collapsed everything. Even though US did not lose even single rupee, you know, right? If country means they will give the credits, they will give the debits, they will sell everything. Lot of things would be there. Okay, because of they are lost the WTC data center, they did not lose even single record. They did not lose even single rupee. What is the secret behind that? Do you know? Anyone?
They'll be maintaining the data in.
Yeah, they maintain in disaster recovery. Another data center. One data center they maintain in WTC data center, other disaster recovery data center that we don't know. Somewhere secretly they have maintained. Okay, yeah. So that is what disaster recovery. We have to maintain another data center. See, to maintain one data center itself, we have to spend lot of time and lot of budget. To maintain another backup data center, again, it is the cost. Okay, next hardware replacement. You know, right? Nowadays, every day we are getting new technology into the market. Okay, there are multiple application migrations are happening. There are software migrations are happening. There are another required networking and all upgrading. So to support latest version of softwares, to support latest version of application, background you have to upgrade your hardware device as well, hardware systems as well. Okay, best example, assume that 10 years back you might have purchased one laptop. Now if people go and install Windows 11, it won't be support 100%. Okay, why? Why it is not supporting same laptop, same cost and all, right? So that version, a hardware version, whatever they have provided, same version it won't support for latest version of software. So background you have to upgrade hardware devices as well. Okay, so to upgrade hardware devices, we have to spend again lot of budget, and that is the again cost. So because of all these challenges, entire IT industry looking towards cloud, 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 cloud. Clear? So anything someone is moving to somewhere in the sense background is only cost, guys, nowadays. Best first parameter is cost. Because of the cost, people and organization moving or migrating to next level. Okay, that is the one biggest parameter in the world nowadays. Now, you people tell me what is the cloud computing? Why should I go for cloud? Anyone? What is the cloud computing? First of all, cloud computing is nothing but collection of remote services. I am repeating, collection of remote services. Here we have n number of devices. They have mentioned all enterprise consumer services. Okay, access them over the internet is called cloud computing. I am repeating, what is the cloud? Very simple definition. Cloud is nothing but collection of remote services. Remote services in a sense, for example, there is a TV and you are handling remote. Am I right? How we are handling that data and channels and all through remotely. Am I right? So say, what does it mean? All required apps already installed in one device, you are handling through remote. So what does it mean? Same thing, come back to cloud. What is the cloud? It is collection of remote services and access them over the internet is called cloud computing. Very simplest definition, guys. Okay, so cloud vendors they maintain or deployed all the service in cloud and access them and consume them as per our requirement is called cloud computing. Nowadays, if we have one cloud account, one internet connectivity, one laptop, that is more than enough. We can start our business, develop the application, deploy into the cloud in fraction of minutes. Trust me, within a minute, your application will be ready for society or public. That is how the fast. Okay, because of these things, entire IT industry now rapidly they are looking for cloud, 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 cloud. Okay, I am repeating, what is the cloud computing again? Cloud computing is nothing but collection of remote services and access them over the internet is called cloud. Okay, so that is my definition. Actual definition provided by NIST. NIST means National Institute and Standard Technology. Cloud computing is a model of enabling convenient on-demand network access, where we can access network storage applications, can rapidly provision and release it. Minimal management effect is called cloud computing. Very simple. As per this definition, cloud computing is convenient on-demand network access where we people can provision the resources and access with minimal management is called cloud computing. This is the NIST definition. Okay, coming to my definition and standard definition is cloud computing is what? Collection of remote services and access them over the internet is called cloud computing. Right? Yeah, next. Now, see, in cloud computing, there are three cloud service models, guys. Okay, these are three cloud service models. Three cloud service models means one is as, PaaS, SaaS. If we go for cloud computing, we have three parts. One is as, PaaS, SaaS. Okay, as in a sense, simply I can say infrastructure as a services. Infrastructure as a services, guys. Infrastructure as a service. Okay, PaaS in the sense platform as a service. Platform as a services. SaaS in the sense software as a service. I will differentiate what all these are going forward. Okay, infrastructure. See, I said to build 5 servers in on-premises, as I said, it will take just 10 to 15 days, as I said, right? So same to build 5 servers in cloud computing, trust me, it will take a minute, only 1 minute, guys. I am not telling even 2 minutes. Within a minute, you can provision all these 5 servers. Just assume that where is 15 days, where is 1 minute? There is a lot of time gap. Okay, if you are able to provision the services within a minute, obviously you are saving a lot of cost. So clients are happy. Clear? On top of it, on top of the servers, whatever you are going to deploy, that is up to you. See, I would like to deploy Java. You would like to deploy SAP. Someone would like to deploy some .NET application. Yes, as per their requirement, they can deploy and manage the applications. Okay, so what is the infrastructure as a service? Their cloud vendors are providing server storage, network database, and load balancer. That is comes under infrastructure as a services. Okay, PaaS, platform as a services. Platform in the sense when you go for infrastructure, they are providing only servers. On top of it, you have to build your runtime environment. Runtime environment means you would like to deploy one Java. So Java related add-in software, you have to install it. So you have to maintain runtime environment as per your requirement. For example, I would like to deploy one SAP application. So SAP installation, configuration, management, that all I have to take care. Anyhow, servers are providing by vendor within span of a minute. On top of it, the one which I would like to install and configure, that is my vision will. That is your vision will. Okay, so that is what platform as a, that is what infrastructure as a service. When you are coming to the platform as a service, even they are providing runtime as well. What is that? Runtime. They are providing infrastructure and runtime. That's why clearly it is saying they are providing platform and runtime both. What you have to do here then? Deploy your application. That's it. You need not worry about installation and configuration of the softwares. You need not have to worry about performing backup and restore operations. You need not worry about infrastructure, compute resources, and everything they are providing. Just you have to take care about deploying the application, irrespective of language. Okay, I would like to deploy Java. Yes, they are providing runtime environment with Java. You would like to deploy one .NET application. Yes, they are built in. They are providing .NET runtime. Okay, that is comes under PaaS. Many people will confusion, guys. What is the infrastructure? What is the platform? Platform in the sense they are providing infrastructure and runtime. That is called platform as a service. Infrastructure means just they will provide the servers. On top of it, you have to install and configure your required softwares. That is comes under infrastructure as a services. Okay, clear, guys? Next,
So in
software as yeah.
IaaS, they will not provide all the servers, the database related resources.
No, they won't provide. When you go for IaaS, just create the servers as usual using Linux or Windows operating system. Okay, the servers they will make it ready for only 1 minute. On top of it, which one you would like to install, that you have to install and configure.
So just they will create, give empty resources, and
Empty
on top of that
resources,
we
yes,
need. Okay.
raw server. Raw
But they
server in
will
the
also
sense,
provide their own application server or database servers, right? If you want.
yeah, if you want, you can go ahead. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, infrastructure as a service in the sense, best example, if you purchase potatoes in the market, potato. So what you'll do, that is the raw material. Am I right? Potato is the raw material. I can make it, what is that? Potato curry. You'll like it potato fry. So as per your requirement, you have to, what is that? Maintain runtime environment. Same thing guys here. Okay, when you go for PaaS, Rediment. Okay, there is a Rediment environment they are providing. On top of it, which application you are going to deploy, that is up to you. Okay, next, SaaS. It is the powerful already we are using in our day-to-day activities or personal life in the organization SaaS. Can you tell me best example for software as a service, guys? Anyone? Every day we are using software as a service, guys. Nowadays.
Gmail.
Yes, correct. Outlook, Gmail, OneDrive, Google Drive. Okay, in Google Drive, what you are doing? Just we are uploading the documents or something important content and sharing with our colleagues or relatives. That's it. Am I right? Okay. Who is maintaining at Google Drive or OneDrive at backend? OneDrive by Microsoft, Google Drive by Google people. Am I right? Yeah. Next. This is about what? Software as a service. Okay. One of the important and powerful topic for SaaS is Office 365. Have you heard about it? Now they have changed it to Microsoft 365. Guys, have you heard about it? Office 365.
Yes, sir.
Yes, that all comes under software as a services. Okay, now look at my slide. Uh, yeah, it's messed up. So Office 365 suites are coming what? Software as a services. I said Google Drive, okay, Outlook, Planner, and MS Teams. If people are using MS Teams, right? Okay, see. See, okay, so this is the MS Teams. See, MS Teams. Okay, MS Teams also comes under what? Software as a service. Why? Because these are all maintained by Microsoft backend. You had to consume it. You need not, what is that? Maintain this software and everything managed by Microsoft. Just you have to use it. Okay, you know, right? MS Teams. 99% of organizations they are using MS Teams. This is collaborative chat tool where we can schedule the meetings under. If I type something, Praveen, okay, names are displaying. Within the organization, whoever is working, every name you can search it over here. Okay, you can chart whether their employees are sitting in Australia or US or India, that is least bother. You people can communicate it directly. All you people together working in same organization. Okay, so these are comes under what? What is that? Software as a services. Clear? Okay. Yeah. Next. Now have a look. Okay, so these are what software as a services. See, this is the one slide is more than enough to differentiate between cloud and on-premises. In on-premises, look at my screen carefully. Application, runtime, middleware, server, storage. To maintain everything, we required what, guys? Anyone? What do you require? What do you require? DC.
Infrastructure.
Yes, DC in the sense data center. Okay. Yeah, when you go for cloud, as they are providing the servers, on top of it, would you like to provision Windows or Linux? That is up to you. On top of it, which application you are going to deploy? Your vision. Okay, when you go for platform as a service, see, they are providing runtime. The things which are highlighting with red color, they are taken care by vendors. Only application part you have to take care. Okay, coming to the SaaS, software as a services. Okay, they are taking care about what? Everything, just you have to consume it, guys. Just now I shown you, right? MS Teams. Okay, MS Teams. In MS Teams, what we are doing, we are chatting with our colleagues in the organization and set up the meetings. Okay, that all will happen through MS Teams. Clear?
What is runtime?
Runtime in the sense, for example, you would like to deploy one Java application. So to deploy Java application, we have to install and configure the Apache Tomcat server or WebLogic or WebSphere. Okay, on top of it, you can deploy the Java application. Am I right? So to make it ready to deploy Java application, whatever the things we have to install and configure, that is, we will call it as runtime, guys. Got it?
No, can you please more elaborate it?
For example, this is the virtual machine with Windows operating system. That's it. That comes under as infrastructure as a service. Runtime in the sense, I want to deploy one Java application. To deploy the Java application, what we have to install here on top of it? Simply, we cannot go and copy and paste it Java code, right? To run this Java code, we need to install some softwares. What is the software we have to install? Like Apache Tomcat server. When you install Apache Tomcat server, then enable port number 80. Once you enable port number 80, then only you can deploy the Java application on top of this machine. So here install and configure the Tomcat server enabling 80 port number, that we will call it as runtime. Got it?
Yeah, got it. You mean to
For
say some dependencies we need to maintain
Yeah,
before installing?
add-ins. We will call it as add-ins. Okay, and
Okay.
install and configure whatever the things to run that your application. For example, I want to deploy .NET application. What has to be installed? IIS web server. Enable the required port numbers. That all runtime. We will call it as. Clear, Lakshmi?
Yeah, got it.
Okay, so this is about what? Difference between on-premises and cloud. Okay, as you know that already there are three types of cloud computing in the market. What are they, guys? Anyone?
AWS, Azure, GCP.
No. Types of cloud computing. One is public
Public,
cloud, private
public.
cloud, hybrid cloud. Okay, public in the sense, what is the public?
Anyone can access that cloud that is
Yes.
called as public cloud.
Yes, resources can be accessible from anywhere in the world. Is called public. Okay, for example, if I deploy one VM in Azure, okay, if I deploy one VM in Azure, so if I share username and password, then you people can sit anywhere in the world, can communicate to my machine. That is what public. Okay, private in the sense the resources can be accessible from anywhere within the corporate network is called private. For example, I want to communicate like TCS network. What should I do? I should go for TCS office, then put your LAN cable with your laptop, then communicating to VPN, then which will establish connection to client network. That is about what, guys? Private. Okay, so the resources can be accessible within the corporate network is called private. Okay, hybrid in the sense, what is the hybrid? Nowadays people are calling it as hybrid environment, hybrid working model. Hybrid in a sense, 2 days work from home, 3 days work from office. What does that mean? The combination we will call it as hybrid. Got it? So same way, the combination of public plus private cloud called hybrid cloud. Okay, yeah, clear. Do you have any questions, guys?
Sir, how is public cloud different from private cloud? Sir, can you explain what is public cloud again?
Public cloud in the sense, for example, I deployed one virtual machine in cloud, guys. Okay, so if I share username and password with you, you can access my VM from anywhere in the world. I mean, I am making it available that server is public. Okay, for example, so TCS.com. TCS.com public site or private site?
Private.
It's public, right? I'm able to access from outside.
Yeah. Okay, site is public, yeah.
Yeah, site is public. Got it? There is a banking application. If you want to deposit the amount, what you used to do? We are going to bank or SBI any branch, and internal banking employees, they will open internal SBI application, desktop or whatever the application. Then they will deposit the amount and transfer somewhere wherever you want. So banking employees, once they come out from the bank, will they able to access their applications? No, right? So what does that mean? Those applications, the application can be accessible within the network. So bank employees should go to banks and open that application and make the transaction, process loans and all everything. That is called private. Okay, public in the sense the resources which can be accessible as a public, that we will call it as public cloud. Clear? Lakshmi, everyone. Private in the sense within the corporate network. Only company people can access. Best example, TCS, there is a site Ultimatics. Okay, this site can be accessible for only what? TCS people. We cannot access. Okay, so what does that mean? What is the public and private? Public in the sense resources can be accessible from anywhere in the world is called public, and private in the sense the services and resources can be accessible within the network is called private. Okay, hybrid in the sense few services are running public and few services are running as a private. So the combination we will call it as hybrid cloud. The combination we will call it as what? Hybrid cloud. Got it? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Next. So as you know that already, there are different types of cloud vendors in the market to provide cloud computing technology. Different vendors. What are they? One is
AWS, Azure,
uh,
Google Cloud Platform.
Microsoft Azure. Second one, AWS. Third one, Google. Fourth one, Oracle Cloud. Fifth one, IBM Bluemix. Sixth one, OpenStack. Okay, yeah. Seventh one, Alibaba. Okay, Alibaba. So these many cloud vendors are there to provide cloud computing technology. Out of them, very popular in the market is these two guys. If we consider cloud market is 100%, cloud market is 100%. These two are occupied 80%, remaining are 20%. Okay, so competitor, one of the biggest and powerful cloud vendors are Microsoft Azure and AWS. So why should I go for AWS? Why should I go for Microsoft Azure? Why not AWS? That all we will discuss it going forward. Okay, yeah. Next, what is the Microsoft Azure? They can put Microsoft Cloud, right? Why they have mentioned Azure? So search it out in Google. Azure in the sense blue color sky. Azure in the sense blue color sky. Okay, so Microsoft Azure and AWS, Google Oracle. Now have a look. What is the Microsoft Azure? Azure is a comprehensive set of cloud services. Okay, so earlier this is the exact logo of Microsoft Azure. This is the exact Microsoft Azure logo of Microsoft Azure. Okay, yeah. Next, what is the Azure? Azure is a comprehensive set of cloud services. Azure is what? Comprehensive set of cloud services. Comprehensive set of cloud services in a sense, group up, set of all enterprise features. Okay, where we can build, deploy, manage, and access the applications through global network data center. The word is very important here. What is that? Through global network data centers. You know, right? Microsoft has their data centers around 140 countries, guys. 140 countries. Microsoft has their own data centers. Do you know what all the data centers are there in India from Microsoft end? Which cities they have placed? Do you remember? One is Mumbai. One data center is there in Mumbai. Another data center is in Chennai. Third data center is there in, where is that? Pune. Okay, Microsoft data centers are there in India, these three locations at this moment. There is another data center they are establishing in Hyderabad. Hyderabad Shadnagar. Okay, they are constructing these data centers around 100 acres. Okay, so that is the second largest Asian data center from Microsoft, and that is there in Hyderabad. Okay, that will be available by 2024, end of 2024 or maybe 2025. They'll make it available. Okay, yeah, next. So when Microsoft Azure came to the picture in the year of 2010, in the year of what? 2010. Okay, so in Microsoft, it became in the year of 2010, Microsoft introduced what is that? Azure Cloud Computing. During that time, we used to call it as Windows Azure, guys. Initially, we used to call it as what? Windows Azure. Later, in the year of 2014, they introduced new deployment model called ARM. Then they renamed it Windows Azure as a Microsoft Azure. So actually, Microsoft Azure came to the picture in the year of 2014 April, guys. Clear? This is the history of Microsoft Azure. When Microsoft Azure came to the picture in the year of 2010, in the year of 2014, they renamed Windows Azure as a Microsoft Azure. Okay, so why should I go for Microsoft Azure? Why should I go for Microsoft Azure? Azure has more global regions than any other cloud provider. Azure has more global regions than any other cloud provider. Okay, offering scale, you need to bring your application closer to, what is that? Closer to users. You know, right now, business at your doorstep. Now business at your doorstep. Same way, what Microsoft doing is they are bringing their application closer to customers. Okay, so here Azure has more global regions than any other cloud providers. Means who is the competitor here? Who is the competitor, guys? Other cloud provider, in a sense, who is the competitor?
AWS.
AWS,
AWS.
GCM.
Okay, yeah. So offering scale, bring your application closer to customers. That is quite common, right? I am sitting in Hyderabad. I want to deploy one application. Where can I go and deploy it? In Chennai data center. Why? Because it is near to me. If there is any issue, people can resolve it immediately, so they can provide better service to customers. 24/7 is there. Okay, so it has around 60 plus regions, 140 countries. They have their own data centers. Okay, so this is about what? Microsoft Azure. Why should I go for Microsoft Azure? Okay, why should I go for Microsoft Azure? I said it is low cost. Compared to AWS, Azure is less cost. Why? Because you know, right? 50% of products are from Microsoft and only. SQL Server, .NET, Windows servers, Office 365 suite, Active Directory, Dynamics CRM, Teams, everything. Okay, Microsoft SQL Server, everything. 50% of products from Microsoft. Obviously, they can sell their products with cheaper than other competitor, right? Okay, yeah. Next, instant capacity. Instant capacity means you can upgrade or downgrade your infrastructure, and it is high speed. Okay, and global reach. Your data can be distributed across the globe in a minutes, and it is what? Open and flexible, and it is what? High secure, guys. Okay, high secure. Okay, secure in the sense, Microsoft maintain security in different layers. Okay, to hack the data, it is impossible. Okay, how security they are providing now? Directly, if we theft Nadal Satya laptop, we can't do anything, guys. Okay, we cannot decrypt the data. We cannot see the data what is there in his laptop. That is the security they are providing. Okay, yeah. Now this is about what? Overview of Microsoft Azure. If you have any questions, any doubts, feel free and ask me. So what are the certifications information? What are the syllabus I am going to cover this Azure and administration? That all we will discuss it in next session. Okay.
So this course a combination of Azure admin and DevOps, right?
DevOps, yes, correct.
Okay. And this okay. So can you? So next class also kind of a demo class only. How is
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Next class also demo, where I will show you what are the topics I am going to cover. I will present it.
Okay.
What is the
And
duration of this course?
Yeah, 2 months, guys.
But same institute is offering 4 months duration. So what's
Yeah, yeah,
difference?
yeah. That is up to you guys. Why? Because it is not a BTech semester, right? And you know, every day we are getting new changes. If we are keep on learning like 6 months or 1 year, what are the change? How we can observe?
So it is possible to cover up in 2 months, like
Yes,
administration and DevOps.
yes, yes. 1 month Azure administration, 1 month Azure DevOps, guys.
And what about doubt session? Like we have any
Yeah, for
weekend?
every session, I will leave it for 10 minutes. You can ask me the questions, or else going forward, we will create one WhatsApp group. While practicing, if we get any issues, what is that? I will respond to you for a resolution in that WhatsApp.
Okay. Can you share us course content?
Yeah, tomorrow I will share it. Yeah.
Okay.
Sir, for becoming an
Guys,
Azure
so
data
there is
engineer also.
there is a course, guys, which can be explained in 1 hour. That can be same. We can explain even 10 hours. Okay, I hope you know, right? For example, I can finish the session within a 1 hour by putting entire practice sessions and definitions and all. Same session I can drag it for what? Like 5 to 6 hours. The way of explanation and all, it is different. Okay.
yeah,
Sir,
that is
for Azure data engineering, do we need to learn this Azure admin and DevOps also?
Yeah, for anything, guys, in cloud, administration is mandatory. I am not asking you, hey, come and join only my session in Azure administration. Okay, tomorrow if you go for AWS, if you don't like Azure, or if you don't like Azure and if you go for any Google Cloud, learn first administration, then go for whatever you want.
No, so it is like a foundation you are telling, right?
Yes, yes, administration is mandatory. Even though if you are avoid my words and if you jump into Azure data engineering, again after completion of this course, again you have to come from administration again.
And we have a lot of tools in this, right, sir? So we are going to cover all the tools, or like we have only the required tools
Cloud
only.
in the sense like 200 plus services they are providing, right?
No, part
200
of
services you
DevOps,
cannot.
I mean, this is part of Azure DevOps.
Yeah, that is I will discuss it, right? Tomorrow I will clarify that one.
Sir, if there is a project, data migration project where like we're migrating data from on premises to cloud, like such kind of projects, what knowledge we require for that?
Yeah, migration and all admin knowledge.
Okay.
Currently you are working on which technology?
No, I am not working.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
We have plain DevOps, right? Jenkins, Ansible, like there are tools. Like, are we going to discuss Azure
No,
DevOps tools
guys,
as
I
well?
am not going to cover. That's why I said tomorrow we'll clarify. There are two types of DevOps in the market. One is open source, other one is Azure DevOps. Completely, I am targeting to Azure DevOps. When you go
So,
for open source DevOps, people will tell about Jenkins, Ansible, Chef, Puppet, and all. Okay.
okay, like,
Those
internal services only we are going to discuss in Azure.
Yeah, only Azure administration, Azure DevOps, only certification papers.
Like the
Sir,
open platform we are having in DevOps. So similar to that, we will discussing that in Azure DevOps, right?
Yes, correct. See,
Okay.
Microsoft providing everything built in, right? Microsoft come up with their own products. Okay.
Yes.
So, yeah. So they are providing all 100% compatibility. If you want to use Azure DevOps, yes, use it. If you are not happy with that, then go for open source. That you can integrate with Azure DevOps.
So the Jenkins and all we are not going to discuss. Jenkins configuration.
Jenkins, up to certain part I will cover, not totally. Only Azure at DevOps, guys. Azure DevOps in the sense, whatever the syllabus they have provided in Azure Microsoft certification papers, that I will cover.
And I don't have any knowledge about this Azure DevOps, sir. So after completion of
Yeah,
the
no problem.
course,
I will take care of it.
how many years I can put in my resume?
5 years you can put in your resume, guys.
Sir, will we cover Azure DevOps services also?
Yes, correct. I will cover.
Means CI/CD build pipelines, those also
Yes,
will be
build
covered.
pipelines. Yes, DevOps in the sense that is the only one thing. CI/CD pipelines.
Okay. Sir, Linux scripting also will be covered, sir.
Yes, Linux operating system also will be covering.
Okay.
What about the projects, live projects we are going to?
Yeah, projects I will cover. Without projects, there is no DevOps course, right? I will explain about projects like 3 to 5 projects. Okay, you can keep that in resume and try it out.
And we need to create account, right, sir? Cloud account, Azure account. We need to
Yes,
create
yes,
and.
yes. Yeah, that all I will explain in next session, guys. I don't want confusion in everything in single session. We will move forward one by one.
Sir.
Whatever it is required for the complete project hands-on, all the required tools, everything will be we are going to discuss, right?
Yes, correct.
Sir, how Azure and Azure DevOps both are linked? I mean, what is the connection between these two?
Administration in the sense deployment, manage, and provisioning the infrastructure. DevOps in the sense automation.
So whatever we do in Azure manually, we are going to do it automatically.
Automation, correct.
Okay. Actually, I'm an application packager. I create applications and then I deploy using SCCM. So can we do the same process in Azure?
No. So Azure DevOps totally different. CI/CD pipeline in the sense instead of manual deployment, we will host the application automatically at given point of time, scheduling the time. One thing. Other thing is provisioning the infrastructure. Like we are creating virtual machine storage, network database, that all we can create it using Azure DevOps, using Terraforms and all, guys. Okay, going forward, you'll come to know that. Okay, so I know there is a some confusion in it is cloud and new things are right. So whatever one thing I can clearly say, whatever the things you are performing in on-premises, same thing we can do it in cloud, but different ways. Why? Because these providers are provided by Microsoft. So as per their standards and all best practice, we have to use and provision the infrastructure.
And one major doubt, like, so within 1 month, how we can complete these many topics, sir? So we are going to take extra classes during weekends or something like that, or?
Yeah, we'll plan it weekends. 2 months, I am saying it will go beyond that as well, guys. Depends on.
So high level, if you're going high level means since many of the people not having enough knowledge and intelligence, so it will be.
Yeah, I will come from basic. I am working as Azure architect, guys. I am not trainer.
Okay.
Okay. I know what market standards at present they are expecting IT industries. As per that, I will explain it. My batch content will be changed, guys, every batch. Okay. So why? Because you know, right? Every day we are getting new changes. Okay. If I say one topic today, same topic, if we go and verify after 2 months, okay, the features and new enhancements are there in the place. So if I explain same course like 6 months or 4 months, you cannot track the changes. You cannot track the changes in the sense again you have to learn this same course 2 times or 3 times.
And this course also it will go parallel only, right? And not like like sequential, right? Like once you start Azure, so parallelly you're not going to start on the another.
I am not going to start. One administration, once it is done, we will move to
Yeah.
DevOps.
Okay.
Is there any prior knowledge for the DevOps? Any prior coding knowledge for the DevOps?
Not required. Automation, right? We need PowerShell script or not. That I will take care. If you have coding knowledge, then you'll become as a developer, right?
Hello, sir.
Okay, got it.
Good morning. So my question was like, being a data engineering background, I want to ask you like, are you going to cover the data engineering technologies like Azure Data Factory, Databricks, Azure Synapse? Not like what is that and why we are using, but in perspective of CI/CD, like how to enable CI/CD pipeline in the that technologies like Data Factory, Databricks.
Yeah, I'll explain it based on time, and I will give the knowledge on it. Yeah.
Okay. And my second question was like, what is the audience here? Like, it is like fresher or experience, or like, are we going to take this course? Are we able to crack the interview of like having the 3 or 4 years of experience as claiming
Yes,
they are going to?
100%, guys. If you listen carefully and practice my sessions, 100%, you will able to crack the interview.
Okay. Okay. And the course content or like whatever the pipeline you are building, it is like totally real time oriented, right?
Yeah, it
Project
is
oriented.
totally real time oriented. Correct.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for your time. Tomorrow we will connect back. Bye. Have a great day.
So, and the timing will be same only for next 2 months, 7 to 8.
Yes. Same link, guys. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.